Hello, comic fans out there. Short of the Max Extreme here.
And Ghost Hunter Dave.
And we are collectively known as IMPERIUS REX.
That's right, under most circles.
Yeah, especially one.
Yes.
The one where they watch this show.
Right.
That's it.
So, we're just kind of doing an impromptu episode here. Who knows where it'll eventually fall. Mm-hmm. But we're just kind of BSing about the current state of, the comic book medium and the television and movie also medium.
And the adaptations hereforth.
That's right.
Yeah. There are so many out there. I was just telling you this the other day. That, there's so many out there that you can, just choose not to watch a whole swath of them.
Oh, I know.
And you're perfectly fine.
I know. I remember, when I was in high school, I would have killed for something like The Flash.
Oh, my God,
And now, I don't even give it a second glance. I'm like, don't have time for that. Or Walking Dead,
Yeah.
I would have sat there, watched Walking Dead, and then watched fucking Talking Dead.
Yeah.
And now, no way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I know.
It's good and bad,
I know. The, when Heroes came out, I was all over that shit because that was the only thing that was even close to what I was into.
Only way you could get that fix.
I know, on TV, and I was way into it. I think the first season still is pretty strong.
Yeah, I remember liking the first season. I think I watched it all, and then I don't know what happened. I never watched it further.
I'll tell you what happened. The writer's strike happened, and it went immediately to dog shit.
Was that the second season?
It happened during the second season.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, off of Heroes. But so now that Arrow was hugely popular and it spun off into its own thing of The Flash, spun off into Supergirl, Batwoman, all of these other things.
Of all the properties, Arrow.
I know, right? If I have no... in its defense, Arrow Season 1 I think is very good. I watched it as it came out, and I was hooked.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think the action is better than the other CW shows, because it's actually, tactile, hand-to-hand combat. It's not just somebody zipping in and popping them off.
That Daredevil edge to it.
Exactly. And I think they took way bigger chances with that character, and I thought the first season was super solid.
Cool. I'll never watch it.
Granted, I'll never go back and watch it either, but I was hooked until Flash came out, and I'm like, this is what superheroes on TV need to be. They embrace the comic book goodness of everything campy about it. Yeah. They put, King Shark in it. All these goofy, Gorilla Grodd was teased in the first season.
I had no interest in Flash until I heard that they had King Shark, and then I saw the image, and I was like, are you kidding me? They're putting this in the show?
Yeah.
I need to watch this. Yeah. And then I started it, episode 1, made it to episode 3, and then immediately dropped it off.
I think I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons of Flash. Probably just the first 2. But then ever since then, every single year, there's been another CW show added to that slot, to another, slot in the week. And I'm like, how can I even keep up now? It's the same...
It's growing exponentially.
Yeah. So, I also watch pro wrestling. And WWE has so much content out that I also just fell off of watching all that, too. I watch their one big show a month, and that's about it.
That's it.
Same thing with the CW shows. I watch their one big yearly crossover event, and I'm good.
Maybe a musical episode here and there.
Oh, of course, the musical episodes. Right. You kidding?
All right. So, yeah, I mean, the CW is really firing on all cylinders. They're hitting all the right notes. And still getting viewers, I guess. Way more than maybe Netflix is getting. Because,
I have no idea what that situation is.
I mean, they don't release their numbers, but it seems like, for all intents and purposes, everybody dropped off the Marvel Netflix, which is unfortunate because, I mean, I've dropped off, so I can't point fingers, but I enjoyed Daredevil. I really enjoyed Jessica Jones.
Yep.
I was lukewarm on Luke Cage. And Daredevil Season 2. But I do want to watch Season 3.
Yeah.
And I'm more apt to do it knowing that it has an end in sight now, that it's not going to go on forever.
So you can be a completionist and watch all of it? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because I fell off after Defenders. I didn't watch anything after that. Because I got burned with a 1-2 punch of Iron Fist and Defenders.
Defenders killed it for me.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, this is what we're building to? And then that was the payoff, and it's like, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I hate saying the problem with something, but like it really was a bloating issue for Netflix where they had just filler episodes that did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they were trying to build character moments, I don't think it worked.
No.
And so every single one of these could have been a mini-series rather than a maxi-series. And the Defenders mini-series could have been a movie.
Absolutely. I remember for a while they were thinking about turning the Iron Fist miniseries into a movie because they felt like they might not have enough content to do a full mini.
Yeah.
And they absolutely should have done that.
Yeah, they really should have.
Because that is where I dropped off. I just heard so many negative reviews on it. I'm like, I'm not even going to start this. Like, I've got so much shit to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I have no time. I'm not going to sit through something that I've heard kind of gets a little bit better. Like, no.
Yeah.
No one has time for that.
And I'm a sucker, though, because, like, I'm like, well, I'll follow through with it. I started it.
I am too, but this was one of those where it's like I just can't.
I know. And then after Defenders, it felt like a good clean cut.
Yep.
And then I just haven't gone back to anything since.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I haven't even watched Punisher, and I've heard Punisher is good.
Yeah, same here. I heard Daredevil season 3 is definitely worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Fist got better, so I kind of want to check out why it is, even though I'm still apprehensive. And then Jessica Jones season 3 is coming out. And then the Punisher season 2 was good.
It's done. Yeah, it's out, I think.
Yeah. But now everything's done. It's all canceled.
I know, so that really deflates it. Where you're like, well, why the fuck am I even going to bother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely do Daredevil, because that's the only one that I've followed through to the second season. And I do want to see how that wraps up, especially knowing that the third season apparently is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that. And maybe if I have, like, a downtime, which I doubt it, but I wouldn't mind watching the others. Like, we're totally spoiled for choice at this point.
Exactly.
Where there's so much out there, and even good stuff, you have to pick and choose what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to the current slate of comic book adaptations for 2019.
Yeah.
We're off to a good start, man.
Yes, we are.
And I hate to say it, but the first initial offering of 2019... I haven't seen anything on yet, but I've heard it's doing great, and it's Deadly Class.
Yeah, same here. I haven't seen anything of it.
Yeah, Image Comics, Rick Remender, Wes Craig, and Lee Lowridge is the colorist of that. So, there they go. Noted. That's supposed to be doing great on Sci-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to this, I would be like, Sci-Fi. But Sci-Fi did Happy.
Yes.
Last year from Grant Morrison, and it was great.
Yeah, and it's getting a season 2.
It was like one of the best TV shows I saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5, easily.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. So that kind of expanded my knowledge of what Sci-Fi could offer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were dropping F-bombs. They had no ceiling, essentially.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, good. I'm good with that. Like, if I don't know what to expect, I'm more open to watching it.
Yeah, same.
If it's like a CW thing, I know they have like that, that glass ceiling there, which they can't reach it.
Yeah.
That is why I was kind of into Titans, because I'm like, shit, man, they're pushing it. I just want to watch to see how far they go on this.
I still haven't watched anything of Titans as of this recording.
Mm-hmm.
How far did you get into it?
I was 4 episodes in. I'm way late to it, but I tried to binge a couple before Doom Patrol kicked off, which we'll get to shortly, but I wanted the original introduction to the Doom Patrol characters, and I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed Titans.
Okay.
It's not... I don't want to say it's good, because it's not, but like, none of the CW shows are good. They're just like, yeah, that's watchable.
Yeah.
And that's how this is. It's watchable. It's well shot, well done. It's TV superhero shit, so it's not great, but, like, it's better than I think I expected it to be.
Okay.
And it keeps me kind of, like, surprised by how far they push it.
Well, I mean, it was surprising enough when Fuck Batman came out. Everyone's like, what is this show?
I know. And that right there turned everybody off of it, and the fact that it did get, like, a pretty good audience after that shows, like, okay, this show isn't bad. You know?
I would argue that there's, like, no bad press. So, like, that turned a lot of people like, what really is this? To get, like, initially the people's foot in the door to get this app or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the app now.
we were talking earlier that this is not made for kids whatsoever.
No, it
like
is
the
not.
entire DC Universe app is like predominantly marketed towards adults.
Yes.
Like there's nothing on there that kids would have any interest in.
There's the animated features, but even then, like, those are skewing more adult as more of those come out.
Those are as adult as they're able to get with a PG-13 boundary.
Yeah. So, like, and then it also, like, has a bunch of, like, past animated series, but they would have come out, like, when we were kids. So it's still for us.
Exactly. It's for kids, but we've grown up. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's odd that DC is, like, skewing in that direction.
Especially considering they started in that direction and then it made a harsh course correction to, like, a more all-ages Justice League and seems weird to say an all-ages Suicide Squad. But, like, they tried to, like, get away from the straight-up dark and gritty, but now it seems like they're kind of going back into it.
Yeah.
Especially with Doom Patrol embracing, the hard R.
Yeah.
And then their next offering is going to be Swamp Thing, which, fingers crossed, is very hard R.
Yeah.
Because that's, what it is.
Yeah.
And not, like, in gratuitous violence and sex or anything, but just in mature content.
Yeah.
It's a scary book.
Yeah,
I hope they really play that out.
I'm looking for it to be like a really good horror series.
Yeah, seeing what they did with Titans and Doom Patrol, like, I'm thinking Swamp Thing could be really good.
I'm thinking that too. So far, I'm into Doom Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm all on board, and I really am enjoying the weekly format where I have to wait.
Yeah.
And, like...
Me too.
It's like water cooler talk. Now it's like back again, like now that Netflix has ruined all the everything where you just watch it all at once.
I remember how great it was for Netflix to drop everything, and now I'm at the point where it's like, I don't want to watch it all at once. Like, just pace me, man. Like, if I'm left to my own devices, it'll be too much, and I won't even start it.
I will make bad choices.
Yeah, just do one at a time, and I can digest that.
I know. I still like both methods, though. I do like that everything is dropped all at once for, like, certain things, because I'm like, I just want to watch all of it right now. I don't want to wait. But some things I do like the mystery of, and you have to wait for it, you know?
Yeah. Yep, and I'm completely cool with that, especially since we're doing our Doom Patrol reading right now. It's like, has everyone caught up to speed?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about binging it all out for the next live stream, which would kill me.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't... On the amount of stuff that I have to ingest week in and week out, per everything that I do outside of this, I would die if I also had to watch a season of something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Doom Patrol, you liking what we're getting so far?
So far I am.
Me too.
It different. Okay, the tone is different than I thought it was going to be, because I think they're throwing in more adult-oriented stuff than it needs to have.
Yeah. We just recently did a Zack Snyder Watchmen film episode.
Yeah.
And we talked about how it got a little gratuitously mature at times. I feel like this is right up there with that.
Yeah.
But to its detriment, but it doesn't hinder it too much.
No.
Like, it's in specific places, and then it moves on from that, and it's okay.
It's mostly just, like, dialogue centric. Mm-hmm. The story beats, I think, are great, especially the origins of all the characters.
Yeah.
And that pilot episode, I thought were great.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn everything about every character that you're watching on screen. You can go in cold knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And get everything you need from these characters.
Absolutely. And you really, like, feel for Cliff, especially Cliff Steele.
Yeah.
The robot man.
Yeah.
With definitely helped having Brendan Fraser on board, who's been, like, out of the public eye for a while.
Yeah.
It's weird that this is his, like, return to the screen, but he's great in it. I can't picture anyone else to do that voice now. And as I'm reading Doom Patrol, I'm like, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
It's such, like, a fun, like, welcoming voice.
Yeah. The one thing is that, like, so we're reading the Morrison run right now, and this is taking, like, a more classic approach to all these characters. The one character, Negative Man, I want to be more like Rebus.
Yeah.
And he's still, like, the classic version of.
Yep.
And I'm looking to get into that weird
I feel like it might be
episode
coming.
on him. I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that is a more interesting of a character than the one we have.
Yeah, I'm assuming they want to take a little bit more of a human approach to him before he becomes this like really closed off entity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's surprisingly good. I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Even though it is like completely ridiculous at times with like the farting donkey and Elastigirl or whatever. What's her name? What is it? It's Rita something. What is her code name?
Rita, the Elastic Woman.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right, well,
Elastic Girl?
Prove us wrong in the comments below if
God damn it.
missed it. But her effect leaves something to be desired.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's TV. They've got their limitations.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, yeah, it's pretty solid. And it's amazing how much they're pulling from the Morrison stuff, especially...
Right.
With Crazy Jane, which is a Morrison creation.
Yep.
And then they delve into like her multiple personalities in the underground and all this is like right out of the stuff that we're reading right now.
I never took Crazy Jane as vulgar as she is in the show, though.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's angry, but she's just like kind of offensive in the show.
Yeah.
And she's like my one that I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that didn't bug me.
Okay.
Okay. I really like the look of Mr. Nobody in this.
Yeah.
I wish they would have gone a little bit more into his backstory.
Oh, yeah, because I love that backstory.
Yeah, the like sensory deprivation chamber that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, maybe they'll get into it more, but overall, I like the look of him. I like his tone and everything as a narrator.
I love that he's fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
He does it in both episodes so far that are out. And I love it because he even like throws a lampshade on and saying, like, if you're in it so far after the farting donkey, then you're here for the right reason.
Exactly. You're either watching it because you're a Grant Morrison fan or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yep. It is, it's solid.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to probably the most well-received show right now, which is Netflix's Umbrella Academy.
Oh my God, it's
something
hot right now.
Absolutely. Something that we did in our very first season of Imperious Rex when we were just babies.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we briefly touched on it. If I could do it again, I would. Because I think we could do it better now, but we did. We covered Umbrella Academy.
Mm-hmm.
We talked Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba. Mm-hmm. And we loved it. Yes. And now the rest of the world is loving it along with us, which is kind of nice. It's reassuring.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is blowing up right now.
Right.
This is the next Bird Box.
Yes, it is. I went back and just kind of peeked at the comments of our last video because you were like, yeah, our last video now is blowing up because like Umbrella Academy is doing really well. So I looked at it and there's a ton of new comments in there just mostly saying,
it's a show now.
because we said we can't see this ever as live action. It has to be animated. And everyone is shoving that up our asses.
This is 3 years ago, people. Come on.
But seriously, like I could have never seen this ever going into live action up until like the current slate of things that are actually like taking fervor and everybody wants a piece of the pie, you know?
Absolutely. Of all the properties that you could adapt, this would not be near the top of mine in terms of like making a for the masses live action show.
Right.
I can't believe it beat Why the Last Man. Why the Last Man is the most straightforward story you could possibly tell.
Right.
And that is coming, and hopefully we'll chat about that in 6 months or so. Mm-hmm. But right now, yeah, Umbrella Academy is just blowing up the charts.
Yeah, I know. It's even so good that my wife won't watch it until like I'm home to watch it with her. And like it's never like that with any comic book show. She's like, yeah, just watch it by yourself. I don't care.
Right.
So it says a lot. And it's I'm surprising it's catching so many like people jumping onto it because it is like kind of weird for just weird's sake, and it has me kind of at a loss at why people like aren't like, why is this like this?
Yeah.
They're just like taking it at face value, which I really like.
Yep.
But
it's one of those unquantifiable variables where it's like, what is it that people are resonating with on this?
I mean, I know this is good.
Yeah.
But, like, why?
I've been telling you it's good, but you haven't listened to me before.
So why do you like it now?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm the same boat. You're further. You finished it?
I finished it.
Okay, I'm still way early in because I'm working through a couple other things too. I'm watching Preacher, which we haven't talked about Preacher, but digging that too. But yeah, like they got the characters right. Yep. They got the tone right. It's fun.
Yep.
It's sentimental at times.
Yes.
And I don't know. It's just it encapsulates everything I really enjoyed about the comic, but in a completely different medium.
Yeah.
And they know when to pull back when they need to, and they know when to use like the cinematic medium to its fullest extent as well.
Yep. Any changes they do, I think, are for the positive.
Yeah.
Their Klaus in this.
Oh, it's great.
Is like the show stealer.
Yeah.
Where like in the book he's kind of like in the background.
Yep. I never quite got like how to read him in the comic, and this actor just like exemplified him so well. Where I'm like, oh my god, he's so fun.
Yeah, but I think he's like almost completely different from the comic, from the book. In the book, he's kind of like a
he's more of the emo
beatnik
goth.
Yeah. And in this,
he's like the Jarred Way of that. He's like the Chemical Romance. Black Parade Jarred Way, and the new one is more the Danger Days Chemical Romance.
Oh my goodness!
If you're up to speed on, their...
I am not, but now I am.
You should be.
Thank you.
Good. I've told you before. Listen to the music, man. It's fun.
All right. I won't.
He will. I'm gonna trap you in some sort of sound booth and just force feed you Chemical Romance.
Sounds terrible, but go on.
But no, it's. Like, there are moments in it where, from the promotional material, I was like, okay, they're going to hold back a little bit. And I get it. It's TV. The masses aren't ready for that. And then they unleash Luther in his full ape body. And I'm like, yes! That makes me so happy!
Yes!
Oh my god. Like, my wife is like, so is he a monkey? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. He's in his gorilla body. I'm so happy they did that. Like, yes, he's a monkey.
Yeah.
He's Space Boy, but they don't call him that. But,
I know.
I get it because it's Netflix.
They drop it here and there, all their code names, but they never use their code. But that's all I know them by is their code names.
Exactly, yeah.
I can never remember any of their real names.
Yeah, Diego. I always think like, no, he's Kraken.
Yeah. And then
Space Boy.
Rumor, Seance, number 5.
Yep.
They're all there.
It's great.
It is.
Do you have, without spoiling it, because you're obviously way ahead of me, do you have any, standout moments that really got you giddy?
I like, definitely number 5 in this, because he uses his time travel ability. If you're familiar with the book, they dive heavy into the first arc and then sprinkle in a bit. They Salt Bay a little bit of Dallas in there too.
Yeah, I was thinking there's no way they can do the full-on Dallas arc because it culminates with the assassination of JFK.
Yes.
And Rumor in the show looks nothing like Jackie Kennedy, which she has to for this to pay off.
Right. I think they might skip that part.
Yeah, they might. And I could see that, but I did love that in the book. But yeah, the time travel stuff. Do they get into like Vietnam and all that?
Yes, there is a little bit where they do go back to Vietnam, where it deals with Seance in a little bit there.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's good. Not a lot, but they do touch on it.
So do you think in this season they are caught up with what material they have at their disposal? I
think so. I don't think they're going to use a good chunk of Dallas just because of reasons, but by the end of the first season, they definitely take a leap, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited to get through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've kept up on Umbrella Academy or any of these other ones that we've talked about, let us know what you think.
Yeah. And that doesn't even include the slew of movies that are coming out this week.
Yeah.
Or this year as well.
Oh
right
my
around
God.
the corner, we got Captain Marvel coming out in a couple weeks.
Shazam
a few weeks after that.
Hellboy.
Hellboy. We got Endgame coming out. You kidding me?
You kidding me? And then nothing for a while.
Right.
And
it's
then
all
Spider-Man.
stacked in the front of the year.
Yeah. So we'll probably do like a movie episode too, but it was good to get this off our chest. Just a big TV episode.
Yeah.
Because, man.
I know. It's something we never really get to talk about on here, but we do dabble in it a little bit here and there.
Exactly. Yeah, so let us know what you think, and if you like, something more off the cuff like this, where we don't have to read a shit ton and prep for it.
Yeah.
This was purely as an afterthought after we were a couple drinks in, and we're like, I want to talk about Umbrella Academy.
Yeah. But if you like the conversation like this, you could join us on Patreon, because me and Dave have a twice monthly podcast. We dive in just a loose conversation just like this.
That's right. Sometimes it gets into personal stuff that we don't share on air. You gotta pay extra for that.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all that kind of fun there. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Short of the Max Extreme.
And I've been Ghost Hunter Dave.
And we've been Imperius Rex. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Imperius Rex. Imperius Rex. Imperius Rex, 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 Imperius Rex.